Am I too old for space buns? Please be honest. I am a 27-year-old lady. Oh god. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy Friday. I'm really sorry this is going up a day late. I had issues with my intro and outro. You know, I did my thing, I imported all the footage, thought everything was good, so I deleted everything on my SD card, and then it turns out I had not imported the outro and intro clips. So here we are, story of my life. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. You don't care about that. You came here for the makeup. So today we're going to be playing around with some affordable makeup. We're obviously going to be creating this look right here. It's very summery, very colourful. Today we're going to be playing with BH Cosmetics, Wet n Wild, Xxrevolution, Colourpop, Morphe. We got it all, okay? Everybody roll up. We've got it all. We've even got some Primark because why not? This stuff smells so good. Anyway, we're going to be putting it all on my face today. So if you're interested, all you need to do is keep on watching. If you're new, I hope you decide to stick around. It's free, easy, you get weekly content. Why not? Hit the red button down below and the bell button so you get notified of all the new makeup content. And yeah, I'm going to stop babbling. Let's get right into these products and see if they're any good. Let's go. So I'm actually going to be doing my brows on camera today, shock horror. But I wanted to try out this brow gel by Sample Beauty. I bought this because of Robert Welsh. I tried this before, but I don't know if you guys remember, I had a video where I had like these white bits in my brows, and it was because of this. It did not work the way I used it last time, so I want to try it again, give it another chance, but I'm going to do it slightly differently this time. Previously, I just put it through my brows and then went through with a spoolie and brushed it through, and it caused it to like ball up, and it was just bad. This time, I think I'm going to kind of get them into the shape that I want them first of all with the spoolie, which honestly is kind of hard with my brows. When there's nothing in them, they just don't really want to stay. Then I'm gonna take the product and just brush it through, and then I'm gonna press the brow hairs to the skin so they're really stuck down, but not play with them too much. This product is really sticky and tacky. I'm just gonna go through like the ends and just separate them the way I want them. This literally feels like glue when you put it on. It's bizarre. And honestly, it kind of looks like glue too. I'm going through in like segments to make sure I don't have any issues, you know? And just separate the ends while it's still tacky. Okay, so it's not the best my brows are ever looked. They are definitely stuck down, and this has worked a lot better than it did last time. Definitely takes a little bit of a learning curve, but you know what? It's fine. Now that's on there, I'm just taking a little cotton pad with some micellar water. I'm just gonna go around the edges because this is such like a tacky product and almost like a glue. I'm afraid if it's on my skin, it's gonna interfere with my other products, so just to be sure. Now that's done, I'm going in with one of my favourite new products for brows. This has changed my game, okay? It is the NYX Lift and Snatch eyebrow pen. I have quite a lot of eyebrow hair, like, you know, they're quite big, they're quite thick, but I like that. And I do have some patches where there's just hair that doesn't grow and things like that, so to make my brows a little bit fuller and more even, I have been obsessed with using this. It's got such a fine little nib and it's a brush tip, and the consistency of it is just perfect. It's like that liquidy sheer wash that really emulates hairs. I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this. This isn't that new. I've been using it for a little while and I've just fallen in love with it, but it does the perfect little brow strokes. Like, can you see that? I've got mine in the shade Taupe. I probably could go like a shade darker, but this is the perfect tone for my brow hairs. My brow hairs are tinted, so it's a perfect for the tint, I guess. But I just love this for filling in my brows, and it's almost like undetectable. So that's before and this is after. It just looks so much fuller, almost natural, you know? Going over the Sample Beauty brow gel perfectly fine as well. I found that brow gel, it doesn't make your brows feel crunchy, but they definitely feel secure. Which I appreciate. I'm gonna go do the other brow off camera and then prime my eyes, and we'll get into eyeshadow. Okay, so I went off camera, I put on a base. I'm just using the Beauty Bay one in the shade 2. And I clearly went ahead and did one eye. I had no idea what I wanted to do, so I thought I'd just try it by myself first of all. And I must say I'm very impressed. Like that white on the inner corner, I had to subdue that because of how good it is. So today we're going to be playing with the Lost in Los Angeles palette by BH Cosmetics. I really wanted to try some more BH Cosmetics because I've heard great things about them. They're a decently affordable brand, and I'm just going to say this right now, I was not disappointed. This palette is actually more on the pastel side, which you guys know I absolutely love. That is why there's not like a lot of depth going on my eyes. It's just bright, colourful, and yeah, I'm going to show you guys how I did it. One thing that annoys me about the palette is that it doesn't have a mirror, but that's just a me thing. I just keep going to look and there's nothing there. It's easier to recycle without those, so I get it. The first shade I'm going into is the 405, and I'm just going to put this on my outer corner and right the way throughout my crease. Look how pigmented this is, and it's so vibrant, and what I like about it is they're buildable, so I could just put like a sheer wash of this if I wanted to, or if I just build it up a little bit. It's so vibrant. Taking this right the way to my inner corner as well, and then just with the cleaner side of the brush I'm going to buff the edges. Then I'm taking the shade Weehoo. Just reminds me of Gwen Stefani whenever I read it. And I'm just gonna blend the edges. This is a very similar shade to this one, just slightly more muted, so you're probably not going to see it that much, but it's just to help blend a little bit. And then I'm going into the shade 90210. I don't know what any of these are referencing, I'm really sorry. But this, I was so impressed with this because this is a pastel lavender and it's just so pigmented and shows up like instantly. Look at that. And I'm not pressing hard into the pan or anything, it just picks up on the brush so well and also blends effortlessly. But look, it's building over that shadow just so well. I have no words. Then I'm just taking a clean brush, I'm just going to buff out the edges, and I'm just going to go back in one more time and re-intensify the colours. Make sure everything is nice and blended. And I'm just taking a brush and some micellar water and I'm just going to cut the crease. I had this revelation the other day. I wanted to find a different way to cut my crease rather than using cotton buds because they're not the most environmentally friendly. And then I was like, well, why don't I just use a brush? So that's what I do now. I'm going to add some more of my Beauty Bay base so we have something the shimmers can stick to. Alright, now it's time for the shimmers. I'm going to first go in with the shade Malibu, which is this pretty orange shade. I am going to spritz it with some setting spray. They do work absolutely fine by themselves, but I just like it for more control. They are a little bit more on the powdery side, so this just makes sure that I get less fallout really. And I'm just gonna follow my cut crease and add it on the inner corner as well. But the shift of this is beautiful, it's bright. It's like a apricot kind of shimmer, and I don't feel like I've seen many of these in palettes. I will say you do kind of have to build these up, but they build beautifully and they're so smooth, so that's not really an issue for me. Alright, now I'm going in with the shade Sunset Boulevard, which again is a stunning colour. It's like a pink to gold shift. I'm gonna spritz it once again, and I'm gonna base this right near the lash line and do kind of like a little triangle moment and blend it into the orangey shade. Finally, to blend a little bit more, I'm going in with the shade Starstruck, which is the gold shimmer. Spritz this, and I'm gonna go in between these two shades to help blend just a little bit more, and honestly just to try another shimmer. I'm not really building this one though because I don't want it to be stark and obvious. I just want to use it as like a blend-in shade. Okay, I'm just gonna go in with the 405 and Weehoo on the outer corner just to blend it in a little bit more. Make sure there's no harsh edges. And that is it for the top lid. I'm just gonna prime the lower lash line, and I'm just gonna use the shades we used throughout the crease on the lower lash line as well. Just join them all up together, you know, on the outer corner. Alright, and then finally I went in with the shade The Abbey, which is the white. This probably is like the most impressive because this just builds so well. Like, I haven't dipped into any additional product, it just stands out there, and it's so smooth. It's not like too powdery or anything, even in the pan. Typically whites are like a mess. This one is kind of insane. I would buy this palette just for this white. I will say the only thing that I am noticing is some of the other shades do have a bit of kicker. Honestly though, I don't care. Like these colors are so vibrant, so buildable, blendable, like all of the above. Everything you want in an eyeshadow palette, this is what you want. I'm so excited to try some of these other shimmers like City of Angels and The Hills. So pretty, oh my gosh. It does also have like a brown in there that can assist you if you want to have some neutral, but I approve this palette, I approve this message. The quality on this is so good, especially for the price. And this is definitely a step up from the last palette I tried from them. I think it's the Take Me Back to Brazil. I decluttered it because I didn't really like it. But yeah, BH Cosmetics always has sales on as well. So if you like a pastel palette and you like some pretty shimmers and a really good white, then I highly recommend this one. It's so good. I wanted to add the white there as like a base for some sparkle because I couldn't just have normal color. I need some sparkle in my life. This is by Pixie. I've had this for so long, but this is the Liquid Fairy Lights and this is in the shade Sunray. I think this will look really pretty with this look because it almost looks like a sunset. No? Kind of tropical sunset. Anyway, I want to add this to the inner corner and inner third of the waterline, and let's hope it doesn't crack and crumble all over my face. Just gonna add like a little dot here and pull it back here. That is so pretty. And I'm just gonna kind of disperse it in the inner corner a little bit so it's not like so concentrated there. I want like a little bit of sparkle there. Wow, look at that. Look how it catches the light. I'm obsessed. I don't have a new mascara or lashes to try, so I'm gonna quickly pop those on and then we'll get on to the base. See you guys in a sec. Alright, so I'm loving this eyeshadow look. It's so pretty and soft, but still impactful. I am trying out a new style of lashes. These are by Prima Lashes. It's in the Dainty range and it's the style D2. But yeah, they're just kind of soft, fluttery. I like them. Now let's get on to the base. I've already kind of primed with the Xxrevolution Cloud Complexion Primer. However, I just use that as more of like a hydrator. I also want to try the Liquid Powder Pore Blurring Makeup Serum from them. I've had this for a while, haven't tried it yet, and I'm really intrigued. I think this is supposed to be like a dupe of the Fasali blurring liquid they had, and I love a blurring primer. So I'm excited to try this. This is what the bottle looks like. It's really pretty and pink. It sounds really liquidy in here. I have a feeling this isn't right. It's a completely clear liquid. I just don't know if this is right. I think it might be bad. On the images, it looks more of like a milky consistency. Maybe if I shake it up a little bit. Okay, that looks a little bit better. But I'm just gonna put a few drops here and a little bit here. It smells real good, but it is kind of strong. I don't like the fact this is in like a dropper. It's way too liquidy for me. It does feel nice and lightweight, hydrating. It does just feel more like a serum. It has a like rose kind of scent to it, which I'm not the most fondest of. So far, not a lot of blurring going on. In fact, this almost feels like hydrating, especially considering this is supposed to be a liquid powder. Like look how shiny I am. So this has been on for about 2 minutes now, and it's just, I don't know, it's sunk into the skin and dried down, but I'm not really getting like that much of a blurring effect, I don't feel, especially because it's like reflecting my skin, you know, it's kind of making my pores look even more accentuated. I don't know. Let's see how foundation goes on top. Technically this isn't new for me. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. I've had this for a while, but in a different shade, and I've kind of not been wearing it because it's too dark for me. But then I found this shade, which is 05 Pearl. The original one I have is 15 Porcelain, and it was just too orange for me, but this is like my perfect shade, and I've fallen back in love with it, so I'm gonna use this today. I am, however, using a brand new sponge. I've seen this all over TikTok. This is by a brand called Coco Cosmetics by Chloe. It's the marshmallow sponge, which is latex free, and I heard a lot of people raving about this, so I wanted to try it for myself. I have already dampened it and it's grown quite a bit. It feels really nice and squishy and yeah, pretty much like a marshmallow. So I'm intrigued to see how it works with this foundation. Let's just go right on in, shall we? Feels really nice and soft on the skin. I don't feel like I'm beating my face, which is great. Almost feel like one of those micro fiber sponges, ever so slightly. It's not as textured as them though. It is making the product go a very long way. You know, my only thing with this foundation is the fact it is so scented. Like, why? This does not need fragrance to it at all. It's like that classic old school makeup, you know? I'm gonna be doing a video about my kind of like summer obsession soon, because I want to do more like sit down chatty videos, just talking about makeup, you know? And I have a feeling this foundation is definitely gonna be in there. The way this blends into my neck though, it's like perfect. Okay, I just had some serious issues. You guys remember earlier me talking about the brow product and how you have to take it off your skin, otherwise there'll be some texture issues? Yeah, I hadn't taken it off my skin properly. So now, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see because I like wiped it off because it was horrible, but I have like a bit of a weird texture going on my skin above my brows. So if you are gonna buy that product, please make sure that you wipe off the excess, because otherwise it does not look pretty. Also, my nose is a little bit more textured than usual, and I think it's because of the Makeup Revolution blurring thing. I don't think I like that. It's just kind of like latched on to that, I think, and yeah, it's not looking the best. The sponge feels nice though, and it worked well with the foundation. I do feel like I get a lot less coverage with this foundation with the sponge, but still think it looks really nice. We have 2 new cream products to play around with, so I'm going to quickly do my concealer. I'm using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is in the shade Fair Warm. It's a little bit too dark for me, but we deal. I really like the tip of the sponge. It's really pointy, so you can get right into your inner corner and everything. Alright, so I have a new contour stick. I've been using my Fenty one for so long, and I've now got the Blush Bronze by Mitchell, but I've had my eye on this for a while. So this is by Morphe. It's their Dimensions Effect contour stick in the shade Effect 12. Looks like a good shade. It's very similar to the Fenty, I feel. I'm thinking I'm just gonna go in with a light hand with this. I'm gonna use a brush. It feels very creamy and picks up on the brush really well. Just gonna start back here and see what happens. Okay, that blends out super easy. It really shears out, so you don't have to worry. It has like a slight bit of warmth to it, so it's not completely cooling, but it's definitely giving a shadow effect. Definitely making my 10 head maybe look like a 5. Also, it's not removing my foundation, it's just literally blending in. This feels really good considering all the texture I've got going on my forehead right now. This is actually looking pretty good. Dare I go in with it? You know what? Yeah, let's just do it. Okay, I don't know if that was the best idea. It has blended out, but you can still kind of see the line there, which I don't really want, so I'm going to go back in with my sponge, try and soften that a little. Oh, okay. That worked. Definitely just going to go in with my brush with this instead. Probably would have been better to go in with a smaller brush to get a bit more precision, but you know what? I don't mind it like this. Just going to add some more concentrated colour right back here. Fake the jawline, you know? I definitely like the tone of this. It's definitely more of that contour colour that I prefer, and it has just like melted into the skin, so it seems like a decent product. One thing I don't like, which is just a random pet peeve, but it doesn't go down, so this is constantly there. It does look like you get a lot of product though. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna catch that on the lid at some point. Apart from that, blended out seamlessly. I definitely look chiseled. I'm pleasantly surprised. I really like that. We do have a brand new cream blush to try, but I'm first gonna apply my highlight because I like to sandwich it, you know, in between my contour and my highlight. I'm just gonna use the new Xxrevolution one. This is the duo in Sugar Frosting, and I'm gonna go in with the deeper one to kind of go with the eyes a little. Obviously I haven't set my skin, so this is just gonna like melt in. Such a good highlighter. I just realized I haven't contoured my nose. I'm gonna take what's on the back of my hand from the contour stick I swatched, and I'm taking like all of the excess off it, so I've barely got any product on my brush. And I'm just going to lightly dab. Don't know if I really should be doing this because I have a little bit of texture on my nose because of that first product we used on the base. But you know what, I just want to try it and see if it works as a colour for nose contour. Yeah, I think this works well. I actually quite like it as a nose contour. Definitely just gives off more of that shadow, you know. It is sticking a little bit because of the texture, which is kind of annoying. So it may not work if you've got like drier patches. But it has pretty much blended out, which is good. I may have added a little bit too much highlight to my nose. Let's just try and dull that down, shall we? Okay, let's finally move on to a blush. I've got this by Xxrevolution. It's their Cloud Blush and I've got the shade Wave, which is a pretty orangey kind of colour. Hoping it's not gonna clash too much with the eyes. I also have this one by Colourpop, but I think it's gonna be too red. This is in the shade Georgette. I may swatch it so you can see what it's like. This is Wave and I think it will go with the eyes quite nicely because we kind of have that orangey tone. Let me just feel this. Ooh. Okay, it is like more of a putty formula almost. It swatched a little bit patchy until I kind of like rubbed it in, but that is a beautiful colour. I'm just gonna go in with a brush and douse it a little bit. It is a very like thick whipped consistency, so I'm just gonna pat some of the excess on the back of my hand and let's see what this goes on like. Ooh, that colour is gorgeous. Okay, it does sheer out quite a bit, which I appreciate because going in with this straight shade might be a bit much, but definitely just sheers to more of like a wash. Like in the pan compared to what's on my cheek, it looks quite scary, doesn't it? It looks almost neon. I was a little bit concerned that it may be textured because it is like a whipped consistency and it's very soft, but actually it just blends into the skin really nicely. Okay, I'm liking this so far. Blending it into the highlight. I'm probably gonna go back over with it maybe, just to make sure there's no harsh lines or anything. Just add some to the nose for that cutesy kind of vibe. I feel like I may be lifting some of my foundation on this side. Got a little bit of a weird texture going on, but this side is perfectly fine, so I don't know what's up with that. Apart from that though, this is a gorgeous shade and I really love the finish. It's like a matte finish and it's not completely flat or anything. It's real nice. I feel like on the cheeks it almost looks like a neon pastel orange and I am down for it. Feeling very summery right now. Let me just swatch the Colourpop one. It's like a gorgeous red terracotta orangey kind of shade. Ooh, it feels really creamy. It's similar to their Super Shock highlighters, I guess. Oh my gosh, that almost smells like Play-Doh, but like in a good way. But that's the shade there. It is very pretty and it is more orangey, I guess. Maybe we could have used it today, but I'm gonna save it for another video, I think. I'm just gonna go in with a smidge more highlighter on the high points. I'm gonna set my face with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Powder. Again, not new, but just really like it. This is slightly darker than my skin tone. With a light layer, it won't affect it too much. Just gonna use a little bit of this to set my under eyes as well. Not heavily, just literally with the excess on the brush. Okay, I have this by Primark. It's the PS Prep and Perfect Prime and Infuse Instant Hydration Priming Spray. Whoa. I know it says priming spray, but I'm just going to use it to settle in the powder to make sure it's not sitting on the skin, even though it's really not. My skin looks really nice. But I just want to use this, you know? It smells so good. And the mister on that is actually really good as well. I do have a lip combo to try. These are both by Colourpop. I got a lip liner in the shade Brink, and then I also picked up a lippy stick, which I've never tried before. And this is in the shade Nice Things. Hopefully it's gonna go with this eye look. I have no idea. I don't know about this pencil. It's a bit more... Oh no, actually, I thought it was gonna be more mauvey, but it is more brown toned. And then the lippy sticks, I think this is more orangey. Yeah, I think this will go well with the eyes. Pretty color. That would actually go really well with that blush. It's really soft as well. Okay, let's try these out. I mean, I know I like Colourpop lip liner pencils, but this is just a new shade for me. They're so creamy to work with. Amazing lip liners. And let's try this lippy stick. This is a matte one, I believe. I'm not sure what collection this was. They do too many collections for me to keep up with, okay? I just saw this and really liked the color, so okay, I think I chose a nice combo. I ordered them both together to be mixed. Now I'm looking at it with the eyes. I don't think it goes. Like, it's really pretty. And I love this lippy stick formula. It's so lightweight and comfortable. Feels really creamy on the lips, but it's definitely still looking matte. But yeah, as a whole, doesn't really go with the look, does it? God damn it. Maybe a gloss would help me out. This is by Wet n Wild. It's the Bretman Rock collection. I've had this for a while, but I really wanted to try it. It's the Jungle Rock lip gloss in the shade Freaky. It has like a purpley shift to it, so it may help match the eyes a bit more. Although it does just kind of look like a clear gloss on my hand. Let's just pop it on top and see what happens. Ooh, it smells very fragrant. It's a nice gloss, but it definitely did not do anything to the lips, so I'm gonna go switch this out just so everything goes together, you know? But I do really like the lip combo. The lippy stick is so nice, and also this gloss is really nice. It's not sticky whatsoever, really slippy. Let me sort this out and I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, I fixed my lip. I did a bit of a concoction. I'm using a Doll Beauty Dolled Out matte lipstick. It's just more of like a pinky based nude. I'm using the Xxrevolution Sugar Frosting or Sugar Icing Lipstick Kit Lip Liner. I don't know what to call it. And then I topped that with the Wet n Wild gloss. And yeah, it's just a nude glossy lip. Oh, and also in my waterline, I've got Beauty Bay Cotton Candy Eye Crayon. It's just a pastel pink. I just wanted something in the waterline to finish it off. But yeah, this is the finished makeup. I've actually had this on for a few hours now. Stopped, I made food, I chilled for a bit, I've watched some YouTube. I had to repowder because it is so warm in my room. Not gonna lie, that's the main reason I took a break. I've just been like dying because it's so hot. That is why I decided to throw my hair up in space buns, which honestly are just a mess at this point. But it's hair washing night, so who cares? Anyway, let's quickly talk about the makeup I tried. So I really love the eyeshadow palette. I will say, because I've had this on for a few hours, the shimmers may have just dulled a little bit, but it still looks really vibrant and still looks really pretty, and the colours are definitely still there. I cannot wait to use this some more. I really want to use like this blue, the pastel blue, and the deep blue shimmer and the green. It's just a very pretty pastel palette. I'm obsessed. I'm so glad I decided to pick this up and try some more BH Cosmetics. This Inner Corner Glitter by Pixie, beautiful. I'd love to just put this like all over the lid. I reckon this will just pick up the light so nicely. Like, I'd love to wear this and then like go out in the sun, you know? Beautiful sparkle, really thin formula, no cracking, no excess glitter anywhere. This is like up there with like the Steelers. You guys know how much I love my Steeler liquid eyeshadows. It packs so much glitter in here with pigment, so it's just like a very good dupe for them, and I can't wait to use this more. Like, I kind of want to put on some more, I'm not gonna lie. The Contour by Morphe, really easy to use, blendable, buildable, sheer enough so it's not too intense. And I love the tone of this. They've got it right for a lighter skin tone. And they do have many other shades of this, so that's great. Saying that though, this was on sale, so I don't know if they're continuing to sell it, but hopefully they are. The blush is beautiful. It's still there. I really love this color. I feel like it's slightly different to what I have in my collection. I think the closest thing I have is by L'Oreal, and it's in Nectarine, but still, it's not the same. But it's still really flattering. Also, I really like the whipped kind of formula that it has. I think this may work a little bit better with your finger, in all honesty. I know I used the brush today, but I feel like it'll just melt it into the skin a little bit more because I did have a bit of texture over here. But then again, I didn't over here, so I don't know. I'll just keep trying it and let you guys know. The Primark Prime and Infuse Spray, I mean, it's kind of saved me today, I'm not gonna lie. When I get quite oily, I tend to be like hot, so I'll like blot down, and then I just use this to spritz over my face to give a bit of a refresh to my makeup. Went over with a sponge and then a little bit of powder, and it just refreshed my skin. I feel like it still looks really good. Granted, this foundation is amazing. But yeah, even though it says primer, I think it's like a refresh and just to melt everything into the skin, it works really well as well. And also, it smells really good. Excuse me. It's so good. I really like this style of lash as well. I feel like it complements my eyes quite well. Gives that like cat eye kind of effect, but doesn't completely overtake my eye, because usually lashes are over my eyebrow. I have quite small hooded eyes, you know, so it can be a lot. Speaking of eyebrows, I have two products that I'm kind of undecided on. One is the Sample Beauty Brow Gel, mainly because my brows feel sticky and I don't like that. Earlier on they didn't. I just think maybe throughout the day my oils are kind of like mixing in with it and just like hydrating it a bit so it feels tacky, and I do not like that. Like, I feel if a fly hits my face it's gonna get stuck. That's how sticky these feel on my face. They're not movable, like they are very much stuck in place, but yeah, they just feel tacky and I don't like that, and I don't want to have to powder down my brows. You know what I mean? That's a step too far for me. I already had to do so much to finesse this product as well. Maybe I used too much, I don't know, but I'm just a bit on the fence about this. I'm gonna keep trying it though, we shall see. And then also the liquid powder by Revolution. I don't know if maybe mine's been sitting too long, because I looked at it in the light and it looks like there's powder like in the bottom, and like I tried mixing this like vigorously So I don't know if it could be that, but it doesn't even say on like the bottle to shake well or anything. It doesn't say that. I did check. Yeah, I just didn't feel like it made enough of a difference. It just felt like a serum on my face, didn't powder me down. Like it didn't do anything, like it didn't blur. It just literally felt like a watery serum on my face. So that's a bit disappointing. That's the dud. Yeah, I think that's everything I tried. Oh wait, I really like the sponge. It's not my favorite one just because it has that kind of rough texture. I preferred this one that I picked up the other day from TK Maxx. It's just got a smoother surface and I just feel like it blends things more smoothly and quicker. No, it worked really well. There's no issue with it. I just think I prefer something else, but I'm going to continue using it because, you know, I bought it. And this, as far as sponges go, was a little bit more on the pricey side, so I'm definitely going to get my use out of it. Like this one was like $2.99 and I swear this was like £10. So I know where my loyalties lie. Okay. But yeah, that is it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this testing video. I hope you liked the makeup. I very much like this one. I feel very summery, even though I'm wearing black, but got the best of both worlds, you know? A little bit of color, a little bit of the darkness within. You know, it's all about balance. That was that. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and I just wanted to say thank you guys for all the positive comments that you always leave. You have no idea, because sometimes making YouTube videos, man, you doubt yourself. So any positive comments you leave, they're greatly appreciated, and I honestly rely on you guys. All of your positivity keeps me going. If you have any recommendations on videos you want me to do, I have a list of ideas currently. If you have any, please leave them in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel and just now coming across some of my videos, please feel free to comment as well, because I'm up for any suggestions and I want to create what you guys want to watch ultimately. Oh, and while we're on topic, if you are new, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. Just hit the red button down below and the bell button so you get notified when I actually upload next. Typically it's every Monday and Thursday. I know today's Friday. I'm sorry guys. Anyway, I always say I'm gonna leave and then like 15 minutes later I'm still here, so I'm gonna go. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and I hope I catch you on the next one. Till then, bye guys.